Hello, my name is Keith Thompson, and I am the Director in Canada of the Donor Motivation Program. And with me today is Ruth McKenzie, who probably most of you know is the CEO of the Canadian Association of Gift Planners. And we're going to have a short conversation about our new CAGP Foundation. And I think the first question I'd like to ask you, Ruth, is why? Where did the idea of the foundation come from?
I think credit goes to the CAGP Board of Directors for coming up with this idea, and I think they were coming from a place where CAGP had some good revenues supporting our operations and our programs, but very little additional or discretionary money for us to be able to scale up and increase the impact that we're having as an organization. We thought that, or they thought that the foundation would be an opportunity to generate some of those additional funds through donations, but also as a charitable organization, it opens the door to opportunities for funding from granting agencies as a qualified donee.
So if we were sitting here 3 years from now, and you were looking back and the foundation had achieved its funding objectives, we were able to implement all of those initiatives that you briefly mentioned, what would that do to the organization? And what kind of impact would it have not only on the CAGP and its members, but the country as a whole?
Well, the mission of the CAGP Foundation is tied intrinsically to the mission of CAGP, which is about strengthening strategic charitable gift planning in Canada. And we do that through some core activities related to education, related to engaging in public policy dialogue, promoting philanthropy and strategic gift planning, and also supporting our chapters that are our vital link at the local level. And so the CAGP Foundation, in raising funds, will be raising funds for programs and activities that will meet all of those objectives.
And perhaps focusing on one component of what you just said, as an individual CAGP member, I'd like to think that we have received a number of benefits from our participation in the organization. Would you see the foundation being able to amplify those benefits in the future for each and every one of us?
Absolutely. One of the areas that we're going to have impact is in our education. Education, as you know, is a cornerstone program of CAGP. And as we evolve our program to make sure that it better meets the needs of professionals in the field, our demand is going up. And yet with our current resources, we're not able to even meet that demand. So an investment of resources raised through the foundation will enable us to scale up, to bring on some faculty, and to reach a broader audience.
And I think we're in agreement that building out our education offering is one of the outcomes of having a fully funded foundation. Are there any other one or two strategic outcomes or benefits to our chapter members that you could see being realized as a result of the foundation funding these initiatives?
Keith, I think the foundation is going to impact CAGP in a number of different ways. We've talked about education. Research is another area. Research and knowledge development and looking into the trends and issues that impact philanthropy are going to be enabled through the foundation, and that's something that is going to be enormously valuable to our local chapters as they shape their education and knowledge development programs at the local level. And our chapters, of course, are a vital role of CAGP. There are eyes and ears on the ground. They leverage and implement our mission at the local level. And investing in the chapters through resources gained by the foundation will now enable our chapters to be even stronger in the work they do. We know that there's an opportunity for us to connect more intentionally with chapters around supporting them as leaders and enhancing their ability to work on our mission locally. So that's another area that's going to have a huge impact of the foundation. And another area as well is bringing in resources to the foundation to support activities that will free up resources for CAGP, the nonprofit, as distinct from the charity, to pursue one of our key value areas, which is dialogue and with the federal government and our government relations and public policy work related to tax policy that supports philanthropy and creates a positive tax environment that strengthens philanthropy and charitable giving in Canada. So I see our public policy work and government relations work that CAGP does, again, being able to expand and have even more impact. I think that our Government Relations Committee, which is made up of the experts in the country on tax policy as it relates to charitable giving, can have even more impact by having more resources to support them in being strategic and identifying new strategies for giving and new gift planning vehicles and developing legislation and lobbying government for those kinds of initiatives that will support philanthropy in the long term. Now, Keith, the Donor Motivation Program has offered a $25,000 matching contribution to the CAGP Foundation. That's a very generous offer. Can you tell us what inspired you to make that offer to the foundation?
Well, I think for those of us that are part of the Donor Motivation Program, it was an easy decision. The reason is, I can't think of any organization in Canada that does a better job of bringing together plan giving professionals, accountants, CPAs, lawyers, and financial advisors, wealth advisors. So anything we can do to encourage the networking, the education, the lobbying of our federal government, I think is a very wise utilization of our money. This matching program is on till the end of August, so it's limited time offer here, in the idea that we really hope you will be encouraged to reach into your wallets, your purses, and understand that for every dollar you give, we will match it up to $25,000 till the end of August.
Anybody who donates in this first calendar year, so between now and December 31st, anyone who donates will be named as a founding donor of the CAGP Foundation, and they will have that association in perpetuity. And we're really excited about being able to create a community of people who got this important initiative off the ground.
And I understand that we're working on benefits around being a founding donor, which will be announced as time goes on throughout this year.
We are. We're really in a fledgling stage with the foundation at this point, which is really exciting. It just means there are lots of opportunities for us to engage with our members of CAGP and with those who are donors of the foundation and help shape this together.
We hope we've given you some answers around our new foundation and the vision of where we want to take CAGP. We really hope you take advantage of the matching program before the end of August and then become a founding donor before the end of the year. Without your help, we're not going to get there. So just press the donate button below to help us reach our vision. Thank you so much for watching.